It's Thirsty Thursday, time to raise a glass.
Hey there, welcome to Izzo's Place, Thirsty Thursdays. Now, I am not at a normal Izzo's Place location. I am in the super secret, off-the-grid, Tracks 44 bar. It's my pleasure to be here with you to do one of my Thirsty Thursday long reviews. So, you might have saw the short, and what we're doing is this Rabbit Hole Dareringer. So it is straight bourbon whiskey. It's finished in PX sherry casks. Now, anytime you see PX sherry casks, that's Pedro Jimenez. I don't have any internet right now, so I'm not going to be able to research that exactly who he is. Is he building stuff? Is he making sherry, or is he just buying sherry barrels and making amazing whiskey? I don't know. So, we'll have to cover that on a future video. But finished in sherry casks, it gives the whiskey some interesting complex notes. That's a good pop, Rabbit Hole. So let's go ahead and pour this. Also, I don't have my normal tasting glasses here with me. I do have some, so I have to unpack them out of my luggage. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this thing. Okay, definitely the sherry definitely adds notes and flavors to this. Okay, beautiful. Not going to give you any notes yet. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And eventually I'm gonna have to actually source some regular merch so we can do a product placement there for future endeavors. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at this bottle. First of all, I just wanted to draw attention to the cap. Nice big cap. It gave us that nice good pop, but it is made out of wood. It's not heavy. It's not like a brass cap or anything. And it's got the Rabbit Hole logo on the top. Okay, Louisville, Kentucky. That's what the neck tells us. Rabbit Hole Dareringer, straight bourbon whiskey finished in PX sherry casks. 46.5% alcohol by volume, or 93 proof if you prefer it that way. 750 milliliter, of course. And then there's a bit of a logo here. What does it say? I can't see what that says on the label. Boy, I just can't see it. Alright, hang on. Let me go to a light. It says ET. It's just hard to see on this label. I wonder if it's a different color. OPUS, opus. Oh, okay, we're doing something in Latin. Alright, what's this say? Looks like AMAR. AMAR, can't see the last one. AMARB. And then ET. So it's some sort of Latin, unfortunately. We'll see. Maybe I'll wait on this one. Maybe I'll wait on this one and edit it when I have some internet. Anyway, established 2012 in Louisville, Kentucky, Rabbit Hole. Bottled by Rabbit Hole Distillery, Louisville, Kentucky. So, bottled by, that means it's sourced. So I'm going to have to find out where it's sourced from. Boy, editing Izzo, he really loves you. He's got a bunch of research to do. And we got a government warning. PX small batch, twice finished in new toasted or charred American oak barrels and Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. Never chill filtered, as it should be. Then it says Casnolia. Casnolia, and then it's got a signature. I can't really see it. It's the founder and whiskey maker. Okay. Alright, so that's interesting to hear. It's not chill filtered. Which, of course, if you're new here or new to whiskey, non-chill filtered, or chill filtration, they send it through charcoal. But some people feel that the charcoal pulls out too many of the oils, too many of the flavors. So, big debate. There's some whiskeys that are chill filtered that I love. There's some non-chill filtered that I love. So I'm not going to argue with the whiskey makers, but it is interesting to note, though. Anyway. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the nose. So I get a lot of red fruit. I get some strawberry, I get some cherry. It's been finished twice. So that's the thing. Twice finished. What is your definition of twice finished? So are they putting it in 2 barrels? Or are they just having the initial oak barrel that it ages in and then putting it in the sherry cask? Again, editing Izzo's going to have to do this research. I do not have the internet at the moment. But because it's finished in several different barrels, I am getting a distinct smoky, charred oak, campfire oak. It's not overpowering. We're not talking scotch or mezcal. But it's there and it's quite pleasant. There's vanilla candy. And I wouldn't be surprised by the time I'm done with this if that vanilla candy turns into Bazooka Joe. A little touch of honey. That's kind of fun. It's not as sweet on the palate as the nose would make you think. Nice little Kentucky hug going on. Let me get back in there. You know, kind of was a fun experience. I didn't get any solid notes. It's fairly well balanced between the sweet and the spice, but the spice has just a little bit of an edge, which is very surprising after the nose. Way on the end, tannins and a little hint of black pepper. On the middle, it's more of a light cinnamon. The toasted barrel and the sweetness in there give it just a hint of like a toasted marshmallow. Just a hint, not very strong. So, it's not overly sweet, but there's a cherry note there, but it's not like cherry. It might be cherry Coke, like more like a cherry Coke note. I think that would be more appropriate for this. No, it's pretty enjoyable. So Rabbit Hole Dareringer, you should be able to find it on your shelf. And editing Izzo is going to pop the price in here for me because I don't know. But you should be able to find it readily on the shelf. Rabbit Hole is not something I reach for all the time. I do have a single barrel. I have several single barrels that are both really kind of up there a few levels above this. But you know, depending on the price point, editing Izzo puts there, I think it's a pretty decent solid sherry cask that you can pick up that should be readily on the shelves. Man, I can't even tell you like what I would pay for it. So maybe I'll even have editing Izzo break in with a video instead of just text, and he can give you a final opinion based on the pricing. But I guess I should have done a little bit of research when I had Signal a little bit ago and prepare for this. Well, that's all right. I'll prepare better for the next few videos. Okay, so a little pause before we end the video. Like, I kind of ended it short, definitely short for one of my longer reviews, and this thing just continues to open up. So I should have given it a little more time, a little more breathing room, to let the poor guy do his work. Because the nose is a little more complex. Let me see what I can identify. So somehow, if you took a caramel apple, but somehow were able to replace the apple with a cherry, that's what I'm getting at. So we got like a lot of caramel and a big blast of fruit in there. Yeah, this thing's quite lovely as it opens up. Go ahead and hit that palate then. So very smoky and spicy on the back end. Not very, like again, it's not Scotch level, it's not a mezcal level, but for a bourbon, it's smoky and spicy on the back end. So in the middle, I am getting more of that caramel in the middle with the cherry, and with just a little bit of barrel char going in there. So it's almost like somehow I got a creme brulee, but they've managed to flavor it with cherry. So the creme is not as prominent. It's more of the cherry, but it's still, you kind of get that sweet caramelized sugar. So you get the caramel taste, you get a sweet taste, you get a little bit of char. So that's kind of what it's doing on the palate. So like in comparison, the nose is evolving into a first class nose, a world class nose almost. The nose is killing me. There's a lot in there. There's not as much on the palate, but it is still very good. Yeah, so it's pretty good. If the finish needs something. The finish needs something, and then this is a recommendation all day. The finish is like just really drying, really charred. I don't know if like and the finish is only medium long. So if there was like just a little something on the back end, this would be a great pour. It's a good pour as it is. The nose is fantastic. The palate's good. The finish is lacking. So that's where we're at. I'm glad I went ahead and got back in, because definitely, actually, I mean, the nose is worth talking about. big old chocolate, so caramel covered cherry on the nose. Just a hint of that barrel char. I could smell the nose all day. The palatal is nice, but not great. Nose is fantastic. Palate is acceptable. Finish is lacking. That's where we're at with the rabbit hole. All right, back to your regularly scheduled Izzo. But look out for just a little bit more content from Tracks 44. But of course, wherever Izzo at, that's Izzo's place. So I'm actually taking a vacation. I am in the woods. I am camping, sort of. There's a house here, but I will end up sleeping in the van also. So if you're camp safe. If you're drinking whiskey, please drink responsibly. But do everything with a little bit of whimsy. You're going to have a good time. And I will see you next time you're hanging out at Izzo's place. Yeah, I didn't go on too long about the notes. Didn't wax poetic. I don't know if that's because I wasn't quite as prepared with information, or it's like a complex yet simple thing. Like, it's fairly complex. I can pull a bunch of notes off it, but it's also just kind of simple. My first rabbit hole was a rye. I found it very good. Oh, you know what? The rabbit's embossed in here. I should have mentioned that because I do like a good embossing on a bottle. Cool. So what are you guys doing? Do any of you like camping? Let me know in the comments if you're a camper and where you go if you do. Are you a tent camper? Are you a trailer camper? Are you an RV camper? Are you is camping to you the first floor of the hotel instead of being able to go up some floors? Let me know what you guys do when you're out of town. Maybe I'll pull the tasting glasses out for the rest of the reviews too. Pretty good. You know, this thing's opening up really nice. Maybe I need to talk about it some more. Maybe we'll bust back in. All right, back to your regularly scheduled Izzo. So that'd be interesting as I'm editing this to see if all the footsteps from above. I heard a toilet flush at least once. I don't know if the mic was able to pick that up. It's all good. You know, family vacation. What are you going to do? All right. So I decided to do this now because I was all dressed up. So maybe I was lacking a little bit of preparation on the information. But you don't get to see Izzo dressed up too often. Usually I'm in work clothes, of course. But honestly, I'm in a suit twice a week usually. Mic check. So it's nice to let you see another little bit of Izzo that you don't often see.
The lights have like
but anyway,
a halo. I don't know if I'm happy with it, but we're gonna go with
let's see. All right, so we're in the post credits. So go ahead and just put a 44 in the comments if you got this far. Give me a 44. All right, have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you later.